Wait! Before we start, do you want a bundle of 30 printable Polish PDF cheat sheets? Teaching you words and phrases for conversations for free? Then click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get access.
Trying to learn Polish? You need a PolishPod101.com free lifetime account. It's one of the most powerful language learning tools you can command, and signing up takes less than 7 seconds. So what exactly do you get that makes it so special? First, new lessons are published every week, and you get them for free. Enjoy learning with fun and effective audio and video lessons with real teachers. Make the most of your study time as our teachers help you hack Polish and get you speaking in minutes. Second, free instant access to the first 3 lessons of every lesson series. Explore and try any lesson series that interests you, from beginner to advanced. Find teachers you love and lessons for your goals. Third, learn Polish anywhere, anytime with the free companion app. Download it now for free for the iPhone, iPad, or any Android device, and have instant access to your free lifetime account and lessons anywhere, anytime. Fourth, boost your vocabulary with the free word of the day. Every day, receive 1 new word in your inbox that you can master in seconds. Want even more words? 5. Get complete access to our word and phrase lists. Wow native Polish speakers with cool topical and seasonal words and phrases from our lists. And finally, number 6, the best for last. 7 days of unlimited access to our entire library of audio and video lessons. Premium study tools like line-by-line audio, word bank, and smart flashcards to help you learn lightning fast. Get your free lifetime account right now at PolishPod101.com. Sign up in less than 7 seconds. And the account is yours for free for life. So what are you waiting for? Get yours now.
Cześć, mam na imię Joanna. Tak samo jak w wielu innych krajach, w Polsce nowy rok rozpoczyna się z dniem 1 stycznia. Ale dla Polaków to noc poprzedzająca ten dzień jest najważniejsza. To właśnie wtedy świętuje się nadejście nowego roku. W całym kraju organizowane są huczne imprezy i przyjęcia, na których nie może zabraknąć dobrego jedzenia, alkoholu i grona rodzinnego czy też przyjaciół. I właśnie o tym dziś Wam opowiem. Jak po polsku nazywamy noc poprzedzającą pierwszy dzień nowego roku? Podam Wam odpowiedź na końcu tego filmu. Polacy hucznie obchodzą noc w Wigilię Nowego Roku i istnieje legenda wyjaśniająca, dlaczego świętujemy właśnie wtedy. Według przepowiedni głoszącej koniec świata w nocy na przełomie wieków, potwór Lewiatan, uwięziony wcześniej przez papieża Sylwestra, miał się przebudzić i ziejąc siarką i ogniem zniszczyć świat. Lewiatan nie uwolnił się jednak i ludzie przepełnieni radością wylegli na ulicę, tańcząc, śpiewając i pijąc wino. Tak oto rozpoczęła się tradycja, a jej nazwa pochodzi od imienia ówczesnego papieża. Tak jak w legendzie, dziś świętujemy hucznie w gronie najlepszych przyjaciół i znajomych. Przez cały wieczór w Wigilię Nowego Roku bawimy się na specjalnie zorganizowanych dancingach, uroczystych obiadach, a także na tzw. domówkach i imprezach plenerowych w miastach, gdzie za darmo możemy szaleć przy muzyce największych polskich gwiazd muzyki i kabaretu. Największe organizowane są na Placu Konstytucji w Warszawie i na Rynku Głównym w Krakowie, gdzie liczba uczestników dochodzi nawet do 20 000. Młodzi często bawią się w przebraniach, które zawsze są najlepsze, jeśli wykonane samemu. Dokładnie o północy w całej Polsce robi się prawie tak jasno jak w dzień. Nadejście Nowego Roku witamy zawsze szampanem i fajerwerkami, które to puszczane są nie tylko na imprezach plenerowych organizowanych przez miasta, ale także przez zwykłych ludzi, na ulicach przed domami. Wychodzimy wtedy z domów, by podziwiać fajerwerki rozbłyskujące z każdej strony. Telefony nieustannie dzwonią, bo jedną z tradycji jest składanie sobie życzeń na Nowy Rok. Czy wiecie, że Polacy uwielbiają składać sobie życzenia przy każdej okazji? Jeśli wyjdziecie na zewnątrz oglądać fajerwerki, nie zdziwcie się, jeśli obcy ludzie będą was ściskać i mówić szczęśliwego Nowego Roku. A teraz odpowiedź na wcześniejsze pytanie. Jak po polsku nazywamy noc poprzedzającą pierwszy dzień Nowego Roku? Noc 31 grudnia nazywamy Sylwester. Pamiętacie legendę o złowrogim potworze Lewiatanie? Papież, który go uwięził, nazywał się Sylwester I. Tak samo jak jego następca, Sylwester II, który był papieżem na przełomie wieków. I jak wam się podobała ta lekcja? Dowiedzieliście się czegoś interesującego? Jak w waszym kraju obchodzi się Nowy Rok? Zostawcie komentarz na polishpod101.com. Do zobaczenia następnym razem.
Did you download your free PDF cheat sheets yet? These conversation cheat sheets are an easy way to speak more, because you get cheat sheets for conversational topics like the weather, family, hobbies, and much more. And inside, you'll learn common questions and answers that you'd use in conversations, as well as tons of vocabulary. Don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description to get access.
In this video, you will learn 20 of the most common words and phrases in Polish. Hi everyone, my name is Łukasz. Welcome to the 800 Core Polish Words and Phrases video series. This series will teach you the 800 most common words and phrases in Polish. But there is a twist. With each new lesson in the series, you include the previous lesson at the end. So after you learn the new words and phrases, stick around and review what you learned in previous lessons. Reviewing is one of the most important parts of learning a language. You can also get the full list right now at polishpod101.com. Click the link in the description to access more example sentences, create your own flashcard deck, and finally master Polish. Okay, let's get started. First is śmiać się. Laugh. Śmiać się. Śmiać się. Laugh. Śmiać się z dowcipu. Laugh at the joke. Śmiać się z dowcipu. Pyszny. Delicious. Pyszny. Pyszny. Delicious. To jest pyszne ciasto. This is a delicious cake. To jest pyszne ciasto. Woda. Water. Woda. Woda. Water. Czy mogę prosić o trochę wody? Can I have some water, please? Czy mogę prosić o trochę wody? Herbata. Tea. Herbata. Herbata. Tea. Kobieta pije herbatę. The woman is drinking tea. Kobieta pije herbatę. Kawa. Coffee. Kawa. Kawa. Coffee. Lubię czarną kawę. I like my coffee black. Lubię czarną kawę. Piwo. Beer. Piwo. Piwo. Beer. Butelka piwa. Bottle of beer. Butelka piwa. Wino. Wine. Wino. Wino. Wine. Wino jest nalewane do kieliszka. Wine is being poured into the glass. Wino jest nalewane do kieliszka. Wołowina. Beef. Wołowina. Wołowina. Beef. Wołowina na główne danie. Beef for the main course. Wołowina na główne danie. Kurczak. Chicken. Kurczak. Kurczak. Chicken. Mężczyzna kroi kurczaka. The man is cutting chicken. Mężczyzna kroi kurczaka. Wieprzowina. Pork. Wieprzowina. Wieprzowina. Pork. Wieprzowina to mięso świni. Pork is the meat from the pig. Wieprzowina to mięso świni. Ryba. Fish. Ryba. Ryba. Fish. Japończycy jedzą dużo ryb. Japanese people eat a lot of fish. Japończycy jedzą dużo ryb. Jagnięcina. Lamb. Jagnięcina. Jagnięcina. Lamb. Jagnięcina jest wyjątkowo pyszna. Lamb is extremely delicious. Jagnięcina jest wyjątkowo pyszna. Lekarz. Doktor. Lekarz. Lekarz. Doktor. Lekarka mierzy puls pacjentki. The doctor is taking the patient's pulse. Lekarka mierzy puls pacjentki. Policjant. Police officer. Policjant. Policjant. Police officer. Policjant przepytuje kierowcę. The police officer is questioning the driver. Policjant przepytuje kierowcę. Nauczycielka. Teacher. Nauczycielka. Nauczycielka. Teacher. Nauczycielka w klasie. Teacher in a classroom. Nauczycielka w klasie. Pracownik. Employee. pracownik, pracownik, employee, pracownica, female employee, pracownica, przychodzić, come, przychodzić, przychodzić, come, przychodzić wcześnie, come early, przychodzić wcześnie, widzieć, see, widzieć, widzieć, see. Ona nic nie widzi bez okularów. She cannot see anything without her glasses. Ona nic nie widzi bez okularów. Robić, make. Robić, robić, make. Kucharz robi sok pomarańczowy. The chef is making orange juice. Kucharz robi sok pomarańczowy. Korzystać, use. Korzystać, korzystać, use. Ta osoba korzysta z komputera, żeby napisać e-mail. The person is using a computer to write an email. Ta osoba korzysta z komputera, żeby napisać e-mail. Well done! In this lesson you expanded your vocabulary to learn 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at polishpod101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you need for daily life conversations. You will also get example sentence, custom flashcard decks and more learning resources. See you next time. Do widzenia.
Hi everybody, I'm Marzena from polishpod101.com. Do you know how to say I love you in Polish? In this lesson, you will learn 3 different ways to say I love you and a special phrase for Valentine's Day. Let's start with the most common phrase. Kocham cię. Kocham cię. I love you. This phrase is direct. You should use it only when you are confessing your love. If you want to be less direct, you can use this phrase. Znaczysz dla mnie tak wiele. Znaczysz dla mnie tak wiele. It means you mean so much to me. Now, if you want to be more romantic in expressing your love for someone, you can say this phrase. Mojej miłości do ciebie nie da się wyrazić słowami. Mojej miłości do ciebie nie da się wyrazić słowami. It means words cannot describe my love for you. Now you know 3 different ways to say I love you in Polish. And here is one more. What if you want to spend Valentine's Day with someone special? In that case you say będziesz moją walentynką? Będziesz moją walentynką? It means will you be my Valentine? Let's wrap up this lesson by recapping what we have learned. Listen to the expressions and repeat after me. I love you. Kocham cię. Kocham cię. You mean so much to me. Znaczysz dla mnie tak wiele. Znaczysz dla mnie tak wiele. Words cannot describe my love for you. Mojej miłości do ciebie nie da się wyrazić słowami. Mojej miłości do ciebie nie da się wyrazić słowami. Will you be my Valentine? Będziesz moją walentynką? Będziesz moją walentynką? Well done! Here is a fun fact. Do you know the other name for Valentine's Day in Polish? In Poland, there are two names for February 14th. The one, which is a translation of Valentine's Day, is Walentynki, but there is also Dzień Zakochanych, which means Amor's Day. You just learned 3 different ways to say I love you in Polish and one special phrase for Valentine's Day. Also, don't forget to download your free cheat sheet on how to be a good lover in Poland, including words for romance, compliments, and pick-up lines. Check out the description below and go to polishpod101.com now. I will see you next time. Do zobaczenia! Go away. For someone. Now, if you want to be... Okay, let's go. Tsukinika matte wo shioki yo. Miłości do ciebie for my Valentine's Day in Polish. Oh, it's a fun fact. Do you You ruined it for me. A linguist is telling you that. I know what I'm saying. Why don't you see it? Why? I knew you will notice. Valentynki. No way. Okay. Whoa. Well done.
How are your Polish listening skills? First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Mężczyzna i kobieta patrzą na menu w restauracji. Co mężczyzna zamawia?
Co zamawiasz?
Pizza wygląda pysznie. Myślę, że ją wezmę.
Wczoraj jadłem pizzę, więc...
Okej, to co powiesz na hamburgera?
Brzmi świetnie.
Co mężczyzna zamawia? Mężczyzna i kobieta patrzą na menu w restauracji. Co mężczyzna zamawia?
Co zamawiasz?
Pizza wygląda pysznie. Myślę, że ją wezmę.
Wczoraj jadłem pizzę, więc...
Okej, to co powiesz na hamburgera?
Brzmi świetnie.
Did you get it right? I hope you learned something from this quiz. Let us know if you have any questions. See you next time.
Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets.
Hi everybody! I'm Marzena from polishpod101.com. Do you know how to say thank you in Polish? In this lesson you'll learn 3 different ways to say thank you and how to respond. Let's start with the easiest one. Dziękuję. Dziękuję. It means thank you. If you want to show your sincere appreciation for something, you can say this phrase. Dziękuję bardzo. Dziękuję bardzo. The word bardzo means very. So this expression means thank you very much. It expresses a deeper appreciation for a personal kindness. When you want to show your appreciation in a more casual way, you can use this expression. Dzięki. Dzięki. It means something like thanks, and you can use it between friends or to show appreciation for a small favor. Now you know 3 different ways to say thank you in Polish, but how do you respond if someone thanks you? If someone thanks you in Polish, simply say nie ma za co. It means you are welcome. Let's wrap up this lesson by recapping what we have learned. Listen to the expression and repeat after me. Thank you. Dziękuję. Dziękuję. Thank you very much. Dziękuję bardzo. Dziękuję bardzo. The casual way to say thanks. Dzięki. Dzięki. And to respond, just say nie ma za co. Nie ma za co. Well done! If someone says dzięki to you casually, just answer by saying spoko. It means no problem. You just learned 3 different ways to say thank you and how to respond in Polish. And if you really want to become fluent and speak Polish from the very first lesson, go to polishpod101.com. I will see you next time. Dziękuję i do zobaczenia! Hello everyone and welcome to Polish Top Words. So today we will learn top 25 Polish verbs. Być. To be. Być. Być actually means to be. So yeah, you can say like być albo nie być, which just means to be or not to be. And of course, in Polish, all those verbs will be changing, depends on the person. So for example, if I want to say I'm happy, I would just say jestem szczęśliwa. Lubić. To like. Lubić. Lubić means just to like something. So whenever you're asking somebody, what do you like? Or you want to say, I like this. You would use this verb. Of course, change it depending on the person. For example, you can say, lubisz lody? Do you like ice cream? Robić. To do. Robić. Robić means to do. So you can say, what are you doing today? Co dzisiaj robisz? Mówić. To say. Mówić. So when you translate it to English, it just means to say. You can get angry at somebody. Nie mów takich rzeczy. Which means don't say such things. Wyjaśnić. To explain. Wyjaśnić. Wyjaśnić means to explain. When you're angry at somebody, or you don't understand something, or you want to ask for help, and you want to say, can you explain this? You can use this one, and you can say, możesz to wyjaśnić? Can you explain this? And depends on your tone, it can be asking for a favor, możesz to wyjaśnić? Or it can be getting really angry at somebody and just willing them to, explain why they did it. And say, możesz to wyjaśnić? Słyszeć, to hear. Słyszeć. Słyszeć means to hear in English. And for example, you can say, słyszałam, że tu mają dobre pierogi. I've heard they have good dumplings here. So if you're a girl, you would say słyszałam, I've heard. If you're a guy, you would say słyszałem. So słyszałam, słyszałem. It will change a little bit depending on the gender. You can basically take this sentence and put something different at the end and use it as a kind of set phrase. Słyszałem, że, słyszałam, że. Iść, to go. Iść. Iść means to go. So when you want to ask your friend, where are you going? You can say, gdzie idziesz? Wiedzieć, to know. Wiedzieć. Wiedzieć is translated to English as to know, and it is a little bit tricky verb because people often confuse it with another verb, znać, and both actually are translated as to know into English. So, for example, you can say, nic nie wiem. I do not know anything. Nic nie wiem. I do not know anything. Widzieć, to see. Widzieć. Widzieć means to see. So if you saw like something very weird on the sky, like something that looks like a plane and it's not, and you are not sure if you are actually seeing it or not, you can ask your friend if he or she is seeing it too, saying, widzisz to? You see this? Przyjść, to come. Przyjść, to come. For example, you are at the party and you want to know who is coming. So you ask your friend who is the organizer. Kto przyjdzie na przyjęcie? Who is coming to the party? Myśleć, to think. Myśleć. This one is pretty important since it means to think. When you go shopping with your best friend and you are trying on different clothes, and then, you see her in a very, very nice dress, you can say, myślę, że ci to pasuje. I think it suits you. Patrzeć, to look. Patrzeć, which means to look. So, for example, you can say when you saw something weird and you want to show it to your friend, or something interesting, popatrz tam. Look there. Chcieć, to want. Chcieć, which means to want. If you have everything you ever wanted and you don't want anything anymore, you can say, niczego więcej nie chcę, which will literally mean, I do not want anything more. Dać, to give. Dać. Dać means to give. So when you go out and you meet this nice guy or cute girl and you want to ask them for their email address, you'd ask them using dać. Dasz mi swój email? Will you give me your email address? Używać, to use. Używać. Używać means to use. When you see this thing that you've never used before and you want to say, okay, can you help me because I've never used it, you can say, nigdy tego nie używałem, means I've never used it before. Or, nigdy tego nie używałam. If you are a guy, you would say, używałem. If you're a girl, you would say, używałam. Znaleźć, to find. Znaleźć. Znaleźć means to find. Imagine your friend brought you a nice dress and which we are going to wear at a party, but you don't really like it. It doesn't sit you well, and you want to ask her to find you something better. So you can say, może uda się znaleźć coś lepszego, which means maybe we can find something better. Wychodzić, to go out. Wychodzić. Wychodzić means to go out. It's actually a verb that consists of two parts, which are written together. So wy means like outside, and chodzić means like to walk. So wychodzić means to walk outside, which is just go out. For example, let's imagine you live with your friend and she is going out somewhere and you want to ask her what time are you going out. You can say, o której wychodzisz? Zapytać, to ask. Zapytać. Zapytać means to ask. Sometimes when you want to ask for something which is very difficult to ask for, and, you know, just to be nice, you want to say like, can I ask you something? In Polish you can say, czy mogę cię o coś zapytać? Or you can even ask, excuse me, can I ask you something? Przepraszam, czy mogę cię o coś zapytać? Pracować, to work. Pracować. Pracować is an interesting word. It actually means to work. So you can use it when you want to say, I have never worked in such a company. Nigdy nie pracowałam w takiej firmie. Or if you're a guy, you would say, nigdy nie pracowałem w takiej firmie. Wejść, to enter. Wejść. Wejść means to enter or to come in. Well, when your friend visits you and you want to just say, please come in, please, or just, you know, you can say, wejdź proszę, which means literally come in, please. Czuć, to feel. Czuć, to feel. This one can be pretty useful if you want to say that you do not feel well today and you want to skip work or skip your classes or just cancel some appointment. You can say, źle się dzisiaj czuję, which means I'm feeling bad today. Próbować, to try. Próbować. Próbować means to try. Let's say your friend is visiting and you made this wonderful food, amazing dishes, and you want him or her to try it. You can invite them saying, spróbuj to, which means try it. Zostawić, to leave. Zostawić. Zostawić means to leave. When you're angry or irritated and you don't want people to talk to you and just leave me alone, please, you can say, zostaw mnie w spokoju. Zostaw mnie w spokoju. Which means leave me alone. Zadzwonić, to call. Zadzwonić. So, zadzwonić means to call. And let's say somebody calls you and you cannot really talk right now, so you want to say, okay, I will call you back later. You just say, zadzwonię potem. I will call later. Biegać, to run. Biegać, to run. If you are not one of those sporty person and you don't really like running, or running is totally not your thing, and you want to say, you know, well, friends invite you, but you are like, sorry, that's not really my cup of tea, and you want to say, sorry, I don't like running, you can say, nie lubię biegać. Nie lubię, or just say, lubię. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching Top 25 Polish Verbs. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave your comments. And for more videos and more vocabulary, go to polishpod101.com. Thank you again and see you next time!
Hi everyone, I'm Gabriella. How are your Polish listening skills? In this video, you'll have a chance to test them out with a quiz. First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Kobieta pyta o coś sprzedawcę w księgarni. Jaką książkę kobieta chce zobaczyć? Przepraszam, chciałabym zobaczyć książkę z tamtej półki.
Którą książkę?
O samochodach.
Chwileczkę. Tą?
Tak, tą.
Proszę bardzo.
Jaką książkę kobieta chce zobaczyć? Kobieta pyta o coś sprzedawcę w księgarni. Jaką książkę kobieta chce zobaczyć? Przepraszam, chciałabym zobaczyć książkę z tamtej półki.
Którą książkę?
O samochodach.
Chwileczkę. Tą?
Tak, tą.
Proszę bardzo.
Did you get it right? I hope you learned something from this quiz. Let us know if you have any questions. See you next time.
Hi everyone! Do you know how to say I love you in Polish? In this lesson, you'll learn 3 different ways to say it. Let's start with how to express your feelings to your loved one.
Kocham cię. Kocham cię. Kocham cię.
Or if you want to explain those butterflies in your stomach, you can say
Podobasz mi się. Podobasz mi się. Podobasz mi się.
And when you feel that I love you is not enough, you can say
Mojej miłości do ciebie nie da się wyrazić słowami. Mojej miłości do ciebie nie da się wyrazić słowami. Mojej miłości do ciebie nie da się wyrazić słowami.
You just learned 3 different ways to say I love you in Polish. And if you're interested in learning more, don't forget to download your free Romance and Love cheat sheet, which includes romantic words, compliments, and pickup lines. Check out the description below and go to polishpod101.com now. See you next time!
In this video, you will learn 20 of the most common words and phrases in Polish. Hi everyone, my name is Łukasz. Welcome to the 800 Core Polish Words and Phrases video series. This series will teach you the 800 most common words and phrases in Polish. But there is a twist. With each new lesson in the series, you include the previous lesson at the end. So after you learn the new words and phrases, stick around and review what you learned in previous lessons. Reviewing is one of the most important parts of learning a language. You can also get the full list right now at polishpod101.com. Click the link in the description to access more example sentences, create your own flashcard deck, and finally master Polish. Okay, let's get started. First is dziś. Today. Dziś. Dziś. Today. Dziś o 6:15. Today at 6:15. Dziś o 6:15. Wczoraj. Yesterday. Wczoraj. Wczoraj. yesterday. Wczoraj wzięłam wolne. I took a day off yesterday. Wczoraj wzięłam wolne. Jutro. Tomorrow. Jutro. Jutro. Tomorrow. Jutro będzie słonecznie. It will be sunny tomorrow. Jutro będzie słonecznie. Tydzień. Week. Tydzień. Tydzień. Week. W każdym tygodniu jest 7 dni. There are 7 days in every week. W każdym tygodniu jest 7 dni. Rok. Year. Rok. Rok. Year. Rok przestępny. Leap year. Rok przestępny. Sekunda. Second. Sekunda. Sekunda. Second. Przez 10 sekund. For 10 seconds. Przez 10 sekund. Minuta. Minute. Minuta. Minuta. Minute. Za minutę północ. It's 1 minute to midnight. Za minutę północ. Godzina. Hour. Godzina. Godzina. Hour. Wrócę z pracy do domu za godzinę. I will be home from work an hour. Wrócę z pracy do domu za godzinę. Zegar. Clock. Zegar. Zegar. Clock. Zegar ścienny wisi na ścianie. The wall clock is hanging on the wall. Zegar ścienny wisi na ścianie. Godzina. A clock. Godzina. Godzina. O'clock. Godzina 12. 12 o'clock. Godzina 12. Kalendarz. Calendar. Kalendarz. Kalendarz. Calendar. Zapisz w kalendarzu plany na piątek. Write the plans for Friday on the calendar. Zapisz w kalendarzu plany na piątek. Poniedziałek. Monday. Poniedziałek. Poniedziałek. Monday. Tydzień pracy zaczyna się w poniedziałek. The work week starts on Monday. Tydzień pracy zaczyna się w poniedziałek. Wtorek. Tuesday. Wtorek. Wtorek. Tuesday. W tym roku 1 stycznia wypada we wtorek. January 1st falls on Tuesday this year. W tym roku 1 stycznia wypada we wtorek. Środa. Wednesday. Środa. Środa. Wednesday. W środę wieczorem gramy w pokera u mnie w domu. Wednesday nights we play poker at my house. W środę wieczorem gramy w pokera u mnie w domu. Czwartek. Thursday. Czwartek. Czwartek. Thursday. Czwartek, 3 stycznia. Thursday, January 3rd. Czwartek, 3 stycznia. Piątek. Friday. Piątek. Piątek. Friday. W piątek często je się ryby. On Friday people often eat fish. W piątek często je się ryby. Sobota. Saturday. Sobota. Sobota. Saturday. Żadnych planów na sobotę. No plans for Saturday. Żadnych planów na sobotę. Niedziela. Sunday. Niedziela. Niedziela. Sunday. W niedzielę jest Dzień Ojca. Sunday is Father's Day. W niedzielę jest Dzień Ojca. Robić. Do. Robić. Robić. Do. Mam tyle do zrobienia. I have so much work to do. Mam tyle do zrobienia. Iść. Go. Iść. Iść. Go. Iść do parku. Go to the park. Iść do parku. Well done! In this lesson you expanded your vocabulary to learn 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at polishpod101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you need for daily life conversations. You will also get example sentence, custom flashcard decks, and more learning resources. See you next time. Do widzenia.
Cześć, jestem Joanna. Hi, I'm Joanna. Welcome to PolishPod101.com's Polski w 3 minuty. The fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Polish. In the last lesson, we learned the most common forms of greetings in Poland. Do you remember them? In this lesson, we're going to learn a very useful phrase. Do you speak English? If you find yourself in a situation where you need assistance in English, this phrase can be a lifesaver. And because you're asking it in Polish, you can be sure that everyone will understand what you are saying, even if their answer is no. Here's an informal way to say it. Czy mówisz po angielsku? Czy mówisz po angielsku? Czy is a particle which has no meaning. It's similar to the English do. In Polish, verbs change depending on the pronoun that is used. Since you can understand what the pronoun is by looking at the verb conjugation, we usually skip the pronoun itself. That's why there's no pronoun after czy. Next, we've got the verb mówisz, which means speak. Then there's po, which we always have to put right before a language name. And finally, angielsku, which means English. We're now going to make this sentence formal. First of all, we have to change mówisz into mówi, because the pronoun is changed from you into a respectful pronoun meaning sir or ma'am. Then we add pan, which means sir, or pani, which means ma'am. Everything else stays the same. Czy mówi pan po angielsku? Czy mówi pani po angielsku? Czy mówi pan po angielsku? Czy mówi pani po angielsku? Adding przepraszam, excuse me, makes the sentence more polite. Przepraszam, czy mówi pan po angielsku? Przepraszam, czy mówi pani po angielsku? The response you will receive could be one of these four. Tak, yes, tak. Trochę, a little, trochę. Nie, no. Nie. Nie, nie mówię po angielsku. No, I don't speak English. Nie. Nie mówię po angielsku. Since the last one is a negative statement, we need to say nie before the verb mówię. Notice also that the verb is slightly different than before. Remember, the verb changes depending on the pronoun used. We are now talking about ourselves, so the sentence is nie mówię po angielsku. Now it's time for Joanna's insights. For those of you who are not only English speakers, you can obviously use this question with any language you need. Polish people study other European languages at school, so maybe you will get lucky. Just substitute po angielsku with po niemiecku for German, po rosyjsku for Russian, po włosku for Italian, po hiszpańsku for Spanish, po francusku for French. Today we mentioned the expression przepraszam, but did you know that this could also be used as an apology? In the next lesson, we will learn this and other ways to apologize in Polish. It's never too late to show your good manners with Polish people. I see you in our next Polski w 3 minuty lesson. Do zobaczyska!
In this video, you will learn 20 of the most common words and phrases in Polish. Hi everyone, my name is Łukasz. Welcome to the 800 Core Polish Words and Phrases video series. This series will teach you the 800 most common words and phrases in Polish. But there is a twist. With each new lesson in the series, you include the previous lesson at the end. So after you learn the new words and phrases, stick around and review what you learned in previous lessons. Reviewing is one of the most important parts of learning a language. You can also get the full list right now at polishpod101.com. Click the link in the description to access more example sentences, create your own flashcard deck, and finally master Polish. Okay, let's get started. First is cześć. Hello. Cześć. Cześć. Hello. Cześć, mam na imię Anna. Hello, my name is Anna. Cześć, mam na imię Anna. Przepraszam. Excuse me. Przepraszam. Przepraszam. Excuse me. Przepraszam, gdzie jest dworzec? Excuse me, where is the train station? Przepraszam, gdzie jest dworzec? Przepraszam. I'm sorry. Przepraszam. Przepraszam. I'm sorry. Przepraszam, nie rozumiem. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Przepraszam, nie rozumiem. Dobranoc. Good night. Dobranoc. Dobranoc. Good night. Dobranoc panu. Good night, sir. Dobranoc panu. Miło mi cię poznać. Nice to meet you. Miło mi cię poznać. Miło mi cię poznać. Nice to meet you. Miło mi poznać pana. Nice to meet you, sir. Miło mi poznać pana. Jak się masz? How are you? Jak się masz? Jak się masz? How are you? Cześć, jak się masz? Hi, how are you? Cześć, jak się masz? Tak. Yes. Tak. Tak. Yes. Tak, mam Motorolę. Yes, I have Motorola. Tak, mam Motorolę. Nie. No. Nie. Nie. No. Nie, dziękuję. No, thank you. Nie, dziękuję. Dziękuję. Thank you. Dziękuję. Dziękuję. Thank you. Dziękuję, ale ja tego nie zamawiałem. Thank you, but I didn't order this. Dziękuję, ale ja tego nie zamawiałem. Jestem. I am. Jestem. Jestem. I am. Jestem Tomek. I am Tomek. Jestem Tomek. Do widzenia. Goodbye. Do widzenia. Goodbye. Do widzenia pani. Goodbye, ma'am. Do widzenia pani. Zły. Bad. Zły. Zły. Bad. On jest złym chłopakiem. He is a bad boy. On jest złym chłopakiem. Dobry. Good. Dobry. Dobry. Good. Mój nauczyciel jest dobrym człowiekiem. My teacher is a good person. Mój nauczyciel jest dobrym człowiekiem. Ładny. Pretty. Ładny. Ładny. Pretty. Ona jest bardzo ładna. She is very pretty. Ona jest bardzo ładna. Brzydki. Ugly. Brzydki. Brzydki. Ugly. To jest bardzo brzydki pies. That is a very ugly dog. To jest bardzo brzydki pies. Łatwy. Easy. Łatwy. Łatwy. Easy. Ich nowy produkt jest naprawdę elegancki i łatwy w użyciu. Their new product is really elegant and easy to use. Ich nowy produkt jest naprawdę elegancki i łatwy w użyciu. Trudny. Difficult. Trudny. Trudny. Difficult. Angielski jest trudny. English is difficult. Angielski jest trudny. Blisko. Near. Blisko. Blisko. Near. Mieszkam blisko uniwersytetu. I live near the university. Mieszkam blisko uniwersytetu. Daleko. Far. Daleko. Daleko. Far. Stacja jest daleko stąd. The station is far from here. Stacja jest daleko stąd. Mały. Small. Mały. Mały. small. Bardzo mały. Very small. Bardzo mały. Well done! In this lesson you expanded your vocabulary to learn 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at polishpod101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you need for daily life conversations. You will also get example sentence, custom flashcard decks and more learning resources. See you next time. Do widzenia.
Cześć, jestem Joanna. Hi, I'm Joanna. Welcome to polishpod101.com's Polski w 3 minuty, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Polish. In the last lesson, we learned the phrase przepraszam. Czy mówisz po angielsku? Excuse me, do you speak English? We mentioned the word przepraszam, which means excuse me. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to apologize in Polish. It's very easy. First of all, good news. We don't differentiate between I'm sorry and excuse me. In Polish, we have just one word, przepraszam, which can be used in both situations when we want to apologize or draw someone's attention. There's also no difference between formal and informal situations. It's always the same przepraszam. Let's go through some situations in which przepraszam can be used. If you want to draw someone's attention, just put przepraszam in front of the question. For example, przepraszam, czy to miejsce jest wolne? Excuse me, is this seat occupied? Or przepraszam, jak dojść do dworca? Excuse me, how can I get to the train station? In such a case, you can modify the question by adding panią if you're addressing a lady or pana if you're addressing a man. For example, przepraszam panią, jak dojść do dworca? Excuse me, ma'am, how can I get to the train station? The meaning is exactly the same as before. We just emphasize the gender of a person who we talk to. You can choose whatever version you like better. Both are correct and polite. The other situation in which we use przepraszam is when we apologize. As I mentioned before, we have only this one word for making an apology. We can use it both in formal and informal situations. If you want to make your apology more complex, you could use this phrase. Jestem ci winien przeprosiny. Jestem ci winien przeprosiny. Please note that this is spoken by a man. Woman would say, jestem ci winna przeprosiny. Jestem ci winna przeprosiny. This phrase means I owe you an apology. Usually, after saying this, you are expected to explain what you did wrong or the reason why you think you owe someone an apology. There's one colloquial word used to apologize among young people. It's almost the same as the English sorry. We say sorry. Sorry. It's okay to say it to your friends, but only in the case of a small mistake, something not very serious. For example, when you step on your friend's foot or when you want to refuse going out. Now it's time for Joanna's insights. Making an apology in Polish is very easy. It's enough to just say przepraszam. Here, you don't have to worry about speaking formally or informally, or the age and gender of the person you are talking to. Do you know how to count in Polish? In the next lesson, we will learn the numbers in Polish from 1 to 10. I'll be waiting for you in our next Polski w 3 minuty lesson. Do zobaczenia! Cześć, jestem Joanna. Hi, I'm Joanna. Welcome to polishpod101.com's Polski w 3 minuty, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Polish. In the last lesson, we learned the numbers from 1 to 10. Do you remember? Let's practice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job! And now let's continue from 11. 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19. And finally, we have 20. 20. Okay, now repeat after me. I'll say the numbers and give you time to repeat each one. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. These numbers may seem harder to remember, but you really just have to memorize 14, 15, 16, and 19. The rest of them are just compounds of a digit and naście, like 3, naście, 7, naście. Easy, isn't it? Let's not stop at 20. Counting to 100 is super easy. Now I'll give you the tens. 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90, 100, 100. The first 3 tens may be a little bit tricky because their endings are different from other tens. Let's take a closer look. 20 is made from 2 and 10. 30 is 3 and 10. And finally 40 is 4 and 10. Please note that we cut off the last letter of 4, which means 4. Then, starting from 50, it gets much easier, because we just take the digit and add the ending dziesiąt. Let's try together. 5 and dziesiąt is 50. 6 and dziesiąt is 60. 7 and dziesiąt is 70. 8 and dziesiąt is 80. And finally, 9 and dziesiąt is 90. The last thing to learn today is how to form compound numbers above 20. This is also super easy. Take the tens and simply add the numbers you learned in the previous lesson. Let's try it out. How would you say 56 in Polish? Let's take it step by step. 50 is 50. And then add 6, 6. 56. Isn't that easy? Let's make another number, for instance, 98. Take 90, 90, and add 8, 8. 98. After only 2 lessons, you are now able to count to 100 in Polish. In the next lesson, we are going to put your number knowledge to use. Do you have all the skills you need to go shopping in Poland? If not, I'll be waiting for you in our next Polski w 3 minuty lesson. Do zobaczenia! Cześć, jestem Joanna. Hi, I'm Joanna. Welcome to PolishPod101.com's Polski w 3 minuty, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Polish. In the last lesson, we learned how to count in Polish. I hope you spent some time practicing the numbers because they will come in handy today. We're going to learn how to go shopping in Poland. Before we go, you need to know how to say how much is it? Ile to kosztuje? Ile to kosztuje? Are you ready to go shopping in Poland? Let's go! You see something you like and want to ask the shop clerk how much it costs. The first thing to say is przepraszam. Do you remember what that means? Excuse me. Przepraszam, ile to kosztuje? Przepraszam, ile to kosztuje? If we want to be more specific when asking how much is it and refer to a certain type of object, we first need to know if the object is a feminine or masculine object. If it's masculine, add ten when referring to it and ta for a feminine object, and then say the noun. For example, a watch is masculine. Zegarek. Przepraszam, ile kosztuje ten zegarek? Excuse me, how much is this watch? Przepraszam, ile kosztuje ten zegarek? And skirt is a feminine noun. Spódnica. Przepraszam, ile kosztuje ta spódnica? Excuse me, how much is this skirt? Przepraszam, ile kosztuje ta spódnica? And finally, if we ask about the price of a few similar items, like these t-shirts, these apples, these toys, we have to add te before the noun. For example, przepraszam, ile kosztują te jabłka? Excuse me, how much are these apples? Przepraszam, ile kosztują te jabłka? At this point, the shop clerk will usually answer by saying just the price of an item. For example, 15 złotych, 100 złotych, or 24,50. What number is 15? Do you remember? Of course, it's 15. Now it's time for Joanna's insights. A quicker and more commonly used phrase is po ile, which literally means how much. Then we just add the name of an item we want to know the price of. For example, po ile te jabłka? Or po ile ten zegarek? Or you can just say po ile and point to the item. Both ways are perfectly fine. At this point, can you count złoty in Polish? We are going to learn how to do this and much more in the next lesson. I'll be waiting for you in our next Polski w 3 minuty lesson. Do zobaczyska! Welcome to PolishPod101.com's Polski w 3 minuty, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Polish. Cześć, jestem Joanna. Miło Cię poznać. Hi, I'm Joanna. Nice to meet you. In this series, we're going to learn basic Polish expressions. It's super easy and it only takes 3 minutes. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in Polish. We'll start speaking right away. But first, it's important to clarify that in Polish often there is a difference between formal and informal language. Let's first see how Polish people introduce themselves in an informal situation. Cześć, jestem Joanna. Hi, I'm Joanna. Cześć, jestem Joanna. Miło mi cię poznać means nice to meet you, but Polish people don't really use this phrase. In informal situations, it's better if you just say miło mi. Start by saying cześć, jestem, then say your name. Cześć, jestem Joanna. Finally, if you want, say miło mi. Cześć, jestem Joanna. Miło mi. And now let's see the same sentence in formal speech. Dzień dobry, nazywam się Joanna Suchecka. Miło mi pana poznać. Good day, my name is Joanna Suchecka. Nice to meet you. Dzień dobry, nazywam się Joanna Suchecka. Miło mi pana poznać. This is what you say if you're talking to a man. If you're talking to a woman, say dzień dobry, nazywam się Joanna Suchecka. Miło mi panią poznać. Dzień dobry, nazywam się Joanna Suchecka. Miło mi panią poznać. So what has changed from the previous introduction? Let's take a close look at these expressions together. Cześć has been substituted with the formal greeting dzień dobry, Polish for good day or good morning. Jestem Joanna also changed. Jestem simply means I am. However, during a formal self-introduction, you should avoid saying this. It's better to say nazywam się Joanna Suchecka, which means my name is Joanna Suchecka. Also, in formal situations, please remember to say your full name. Finally, pay attention to the ending. We went from miło cię poznać to miło mi pana or panią poznać. We changed cię into pana or panią. If you use cię, you're addressing someone around your age. But if you find yourself in a formal situation or talk to a person who's older than you, use pana to address a man or panią to address a woman. One more time. The informal way to introduce yourself in Polish is cześć. Jestem Joanna. Miło mi. The formal way to introduce yourself is dzień dobry. Nazywam się Joanna Suchecka. Miło mi pana poznać. Or dzień dobry. Nazywam się Joanna Suchecka. Miło mi panią poznać. Now it's time for Joanna's insights. If you feel confused about the nice to meet you part, feel free to skip it. As I mentioned before, Polish people don't use it much. When you introduce yourself, it's a good habit to shake hands. It doesn't matter whether you're meeting a man or a woman. Do the handshake. Remember to make it quite firm. If your hand is too loose, it gives the other person a bad impression. We also say it feels like holding a dead fish. That's it for this lesson. Do you know how we say thank you in Polish? You'll learn how to say this and much more in the next lesson. Do zobaczenia! See you! Cześć, jestem Joanna. Hi, I'm Joanna. Welcome to PolishPod101.com's Polski w 3 minuty, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Polish. In the last lesson, we learned how to thank people by saying dziękuję. In this lesson, we will learn some of the most common greetings used in Poland. Gotowi? Are you ready? Zaczynamy. Let's start. There are a few informal greetings in Polish. Cześć. Cześć. Cześć means hi or hello. Another informal greeting is siema. Siema. This phrase also means hi, but it's used only by young people. Another very common greeting is hey. 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 Hey is very easy because it's exactly the same as English hey. All these greetings are very informal, and we should only use them with friends or close relatives. Now let's move on to formal greetings in Polish. There are only two that you need to know. We'll start with dzień dobry. Dzień dobry. Literally, dzień dobry means good day. We can use dzień dobry during the whole day, from early morning until evening. If it's the evening, we would say dobry wieczór. Dobry wieczór. What should you say when you leave? Polish people usually say do widzenia when living in a formal situation. Do widzenia. Do widzenia means goodbye. If, however, we are saying goodbye to friends or relatives, we can use the informal papa. Pa, or simply pa. Now you can greet people and say goodbye in many different ways in Polish. Let's review them all again. First, formal greetings. Dzień dobry. Use this phrase during the day. Dobry wieczór. Use this phrase in the evening. The informal greetings are cześć, siema, hej. When living in a formal situation, we say do widzenia. And in an informal situation, it's papa or just pa. Easy, isn't it? Now it's time for Joanna's insights. Do you remember siema? It's an abbreviation of jak się masz, which means how are you? But we just use it in the same way as hi. It's a very common greeting among young people. You will find, as you continue to study Polish, that new greetings constantly appear among young people who often come up with new uses for well-known phrases or their abbreviations. During the next lesson, we'll learn the meaning of the phrase czy mówisz po angielsku? Do you already know it? See you in the next Polski w 3 minuty lesson. Pa! Cześć, jestem Joanna. Hi, I'm Joanna. Welcome to PolishPad101.com's Polski w 3 minuty, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Polish. In the last lesson, we learned how to introduce ourselves in Polish. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to use good manners as we thank people. Gotowi? Are you ready? Let's start. There are 2 ways to thank someone. Let's start with the easiest one. It's just one word. Dziękuję. Dziękuję. Dziękuję means thank you. When saying thank you very much, you just need to add bardzo. Dziękuję bardzo. If we want to thank a friend, usually we use a different, more casual word. Dzięki. Dzięki. Dzięki is very similar to the English thanks. So you shouldn't use it when your friend did something especially nice for you or when the situation is serious. We usually use it to thank for small favors. For example, if a friend bought a drink for us, lent us a pen, helped us carry our bags, and so on. How do you answer? It's easy. Here are 2 different ways to do it. The first is nie ma za co. Nie ma za co. This means you're welcome. Nie ma za co can be used with anybody, except in a very formal situation. In such cases, it's better to use this expression. Przyjemność po mojej stronie. Przyjemność po mojej stronie. Literally, this phrase means pleasure is on my side. It's not a very common thing to say among young people, or between friends and family members. But it will be considered very good manners if you answer with this expression in a formal situation, such as while talking to your boss or speaking to someone much older than you. You can also simply say it to someone you don't know very well. So when someone says dziękuję to you, you can reply with nie ma za co or przyjemność po mojej stronie. If you hear dzięki, it might be a bit too much to respond to this casual phrase by saying nie ma za co or przyjemność po mojej stronie. So how might you react then? You have 2 options. First one is just to say nothing. Don't worry, it's a normal thing to do. The second option is to say spoko. Spoko. This means something like it's cool. If you want, you can also answer using this phrase. Nie ma problemu. Nie ma problemu. This means it's no problem. Now it's time for Joanna's insights. If you want to keep it simple, just use dziękuję or dziękuję bardzo when you want to thank someone. It doesn't matter whether the situation is formal or informal. It's always the same. Remember not to say przyjemność po mojej stronie to your friends, because it will sound a little bit weird. If someone thanks you saying dzięki, just answer spoko. But please note that these two words are very casual. Do you know what do widzenia means? In our next lesson, you'll learn this and other greetings in Polish. Dziękuję i do zobaczenia na następnej lekcji. Cześć, jestem Joanna. Hi, I'm Joanna. Welcome to PolishPod101.com's Polski w 3 minuty. The fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Polish. In the last lesson, we learned some words used when apologizing in Polish. In this lesson, we are going to learn numbers in Polish, from 1 to 10. And you are going to learn them in only 3 minutes. 3 minuty. Let's start. 1. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay, now repeat after me. I'll say the numbers and give you time to repeat each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job! What is before 1? Do you know? It's the same as in English, but with a different pronunciation. 0. 0. Now you don't have any more excuses. You can give your friends your phone number in Polish. Let's try together. We will use the phrase mój numer to, which means my number is. Mój numer to. Mój numer to 602 849 020. Can you read it by yourself? 602 849 020. Perfect. Now it's time for Joanna's insights. In Poland, we use numbers the most often when we go shopping, especially when we ask about prices, which you will also learn soon. We also buy many things per kilogram. All vegetables and many fruits are not sold individually, but per kilogram. Also cheese, meat and sausages. So if you go to a grocery store or supermarket, you would ask the clerk for example, 1 kilogram of minced meat, 500 grams of cheese, or 2 kilograms of onions. Do you know the Polish word for 100? In the next lesson, we are going to learn the numbers from 11 to 100 in Polish. Your task now is to practice the numbers we studied in this lesson, from 1 to 10. Powodzenia! Good luck!
Hello everyone, welcome to Top Polish Words. And today we will be doing top 25 Polish phrases. My name is Marzena. Let's start. So the first phrase is cześć. Cześć means hello in Polish. So when you meet your friend, you can say cześć, which would be like saying hello. But then again, you can use cześć to say bye as well. For example, when you meet your friend, you can say cześć, and then when you have to go back home, you can say cześć again. So this one is pretty useful. So our next phrase is dzień dobry. Dzień dobry means good morning in English, but actually what it literally means is dzień, which is a day, and dobry, which is good. So actually what you are saying, it's good day. That's why we can use it through the whole day, not only in the morning. You can say it in the evening as well, or in the afternoon. You can say it to your friends or to your family and to a person you don't know as well. So feel free to use it anytime you want. And our next phrase is dobry wieczór. Dobry wieczór means good evening, literally means good evening. For example, through the whole day you would say dzień dobry, but at the end of the day you would say dobry wieczór. Now, actually, a lot of people, it's very difficult to know when can you start saying that, when can you start saying dobry wieczór instead of dzień dobry. So a lot of people I know starts with like dzień dobry, they want to say dzień dobry, but they notice it's already evening and they say like dzień dobry wieczór, which is the funny way of saying that. You can try it if you want. Dobranoc. Dobranoc means good night. So you would usually use it before going to bed, when you want to say bye to your family or to your friends, and just you are sleepy, you will just say dobranoc. Dobranoc, it's one word, but it actually came from two different words. So like dobra, which means good, and noc, night. So it literally means good night, but it's one word right now. The next phrase is jak się nazywasz? Jak się nazywasz? Which means, what is your name? If you meet a new person, you can use it, but remember that this phrase will be better to use with people of the same age or people younger, because it literally means, what is your name, not what is your name, sir, or what is your name, ma'am. That's why it's not too good to use for like older people. It's better to use it for your friends, for people the same age, or for younger people, for children as well. So once again, jak się nazywasz? And the next one is nazywam się. So obviously if you ask jak się nazywasz, what is your name, you have to answer that, and that's nazywam się, which means my name is. For example, nazywam się Marzena. So the next phrase is miło mi ciebie poznać. Miło mi ciebie poznać, which means it's nice to meet you. So obviously when you meet a new person, you ask jak się nazywasz, and you answer nazywam się, like nazywam się Marzena, and then at the end you usually say like it's nice to meet you, and that would be miło mi ciebie poznać. So the next phrase is jak się masz? Jak się masz? Which means how are you? Now, the funny thing is that we don't really ask that a lot in Poland. I mean, we do, but not as often as you do it in English. So when you ask somebody jak się masz, how are you? Be careful, because this person can actually give you the real answer. The next phrase for today is dobrze, dziękuję. A ty? I'm fine, thanks. And you? Dobrze, dziękuję. A ty? I'm fine, thanks. And you? As I told you before, this may not be the answer that you will get. Some people will say so, but some people will just start talking about their problems, about their life, and instead of just getting I'm fine, thank you, and you will get the whole life story of this person and all the problems and everything related. So be careful when you ask this one. It's usually good to ask your friends, people you are closer to, with whom you really want to talk a lot, and then you will get an answer, longer answer. But of course, if you are asked and you don't want to talk about your life, you can just say dobrze, dziękuję, a ty? Proszę. Please. Proszę. Proszę means please in English, and you can use it, for example, when you give somebody something. So like, proszę, Or when you ask somebody to do something like, proszę, proszę, zrób to dla mnie. Please, 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 do it for me. So going to the next phrase, dziękuję. Dziękuję means thank you in Polish. Well, you can use it to basically anybody you want. When somebody passes you something, you can say, and saying proszę, you can say dziękuję. When somebody invites you inside, saying proszę, proszę, you can say dziękuję as well. When somebody offers you tea or coffee, you can say dziękuję. If you don't want it though, you can say nie dziękuję, which means no, thank you. Nie ma za co. Nie ma za co means you are welcome, but what it actually literally means is there is nothing to be thankful for. So we usually say dziękuję and the other person would say nie ma za co. The next phrase we have here is tak. Tak means just yes. Whenever you want to say yes, and it's basically the same as in English. So, for example, when you want to use tak, if somebody asks you, do you want a tea or do you want something to drink? And you can say tak. Or you can say, actually adding please, tak, proszę. And when this person passes it to you, you can add dziękuję. The next phrase is nie. Nie means no. For example, if somebody offers you something to drink, if you want it, you can say yes, please, which would be tak, proszę, or tak, poproszę. But if you don't want it, you can say nie, or you can say nie, dziękuję, adding thanks to that. So, do you want something to drink? Nie, dziękuję. And next phrase is dobrze. Dobrze means okay. So, for example, when your friends asks you to go somewhere, or like, do you want to go grab something to eat together? And you can say tak, or you can say dobrze, let's go. Yeah, sure, okay, let's go. Or if they ask you if you want to go together for a trip, you can say yeah, sure, dobrze. Yeah, I want to go. The next phrase is przepraszam. Przepraszam has many different meanings. So it can mean excuse me, but it also can mean I'm sorry. So you would see a lot of Polish people mixing excuse me and I'm sorry in English because it's actually one word in Polish. So for example, when you stepped on somebody's leg, you can say przepraszam. When you did something wrong, you can say przepraszam. When you want to pass through like crowd of people, you can say przepraszam, przepraszam, and find your way out. If you did something wrong, you can say przepraszam as well. So it's actually a pretty useful one. So it means excuse me, but it means I'm sorry in the same time. Przepraszam. Przepraszam means I'm sorry. Actually, the next phrase is która jest godzina? Która jest godzina means what time is it? If you want to ask somebody, excuse me, what time is it now? You can say, przepraszam, która jest godzina? So let's go to the next one. Another very useful phrase. Gdzie jest toaleta? Gdzie jest toaleta? Which means, where is the toilet? So, gdzie means actually where. Jest means be or to be. And toaleta is toilet. So, gdzie jest toaleta means where is the toilet? So if you are in a shopping mall or in a restaurant and you want to ask, excuse me, where is the toilet? You will say, przepraszam, gdzie jest toaleta? The next phrase is poczekaj chwilkę. Poczekaj means to wait and chwilkę means a moment, and together it means wait a moment, please. When you see your friend going somewhere but you still want to talk to him or her, and you can just, call them and then say, poczekaj chwilkę. Ile to kosztuje? Ile to kosztuje means how much is this? When you go to a shop, you will say przepraszam, ile to kosztuje? So excuse me, how much is this? Przepraszam, ile to kosztuje? Czy mogę prosić o rachunek? Czy mogę prosić o rachunek? Can I get the check, please? So imagine you are sitting in a very nice Polish restaurant eating pierogi or any other wonderful Polish dish, and you've just finished and you just want to get your bill. So you would just call the waiter saying przepraszam, and then you will add Czy mogę prosić o rachunek? And the next one for today is pomocy. Pomocy. This means help, and I hope you will not have to use this one anytime soon. But if you're ever in danger, if you ever are in a very dangerous situation, which I hope you will not be in Poland, you can use this one, saying pomocy. Do zobaczenia. Do zobaczenia means see you later. You can use it when you speak with your friends and with your family or with anyone basically, because it's not super formal, but it's not only reserved to your closest friends. So like for example, we started this one with cześć, which was hello, but it was bye as well. And this one you would use when you speak with your friends, you would say cześć. But then for everybody else, your friends included, you can say do zobaczenia, which means until we see each other again. Potrafię dobrze mówić po polsku. I can't speak Polish very well. Nie potrafię means I can't. Mówić means to speak, and then po polsku means in Polish. So nie potrafię mówić po polsku, it literally means I can't speak Polish very well, or I can't speak in Polish very well if you wanted a very literal translation. When you start learning the language and you are still not so good and you meet like people and you want to tell them that your Polish it's not so good or it's not super good yet, you can use this phrase. Nie potrafię dobrze mówić po polsku. Thank you guys for watching. This was top 25 Polish phrases. And if you like this video, remember to give it a thumb up and leave some comments below. If you have any questions, you can leave it as well. And for more words and phrases, go to polishpod101.com. Thank you and see you again!
Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets.